Hi everyone, hope all of you are fine. So now let's talk about strings. So string is a data type in Python and we already know about string. But in this tutorial, you will learn more about string. So string is a sequence of character enclosed in quotes, and we can actually write a string in these three ways. You can write string with single quotation, a double quotation, or triple quotation. So first of all, let me assign a variable. I already opened my PyCharm. Now I am going to assign a variable. A is equal to WP coders club. Now if I print it, it's showing WP coders club. So if you want to check the data type of this variable, then just write type and inside type add the variable name. Okay, here you can see, and this is a string class. So let me assign a variable, another variable. As you can see, I have assigned another variable, but if I print it, then it will be same. This is also a string. As you can see, this is also a string. But what if you want to show both of these text in a single line without showing it separately? If you want to show it a single line, then you have to do the addition, or you can call it merge, whatever you like. So as we know that we can actually merge or did summation in with integers, but in string you can also merge both text in a single line. So you have to add a plus b, and if you print it, then you will see that it will show WP Coders Club YouTuber. As you can see, WP Coders Club YouTuber. Okay, so let me remove this. Now let's get to the point. What is single quotation? Basically, we have seen a double quotation right now. So there is no difference between double quotation and single quotation. If I print it, it will work perfectly. So now you might have a question in your mind, then what is the difference, or what is the use of this quotation, single quotation, double quotation, or triple quotation? Suppose if you want to add a single quotation inside a single quotation, then it will generate an error. Suppose if I print it, then you will see it will give me an error called invalid syntax, because you cannot use single quotation inside a single quotation. If you want to add a quotation here, then it might be a double quotation. Inside a single quotation you can use double quotation and it will work perfectly. Same for the double quotation. If you want to add a single quotation, then you have to add single quotation. Inside double quotation you can easily use single quotation and it will work same. But what if you want to use single quotation and double quotation in your text? Then you need this triple quotation. As I already actually add this on my documentation, presentation. So as you can see, in triple quotation you can actually assign multiple line like this. You can have more text under this club, like more text, whatever. You can actually add multiple line inside it triple quotation. So Let me cut it first. We know we use this triple quotation as a for our commenting, but because we are using this triple quotation and inside a variable, we can now actually add multiple line. So let me type WP coders club more text. You can add multi-line, whatever. You can add multiple line inside a triple quotation and it will work perfectly. As you can see, it works perfectly. WP coders club more text. You can add multi-line. And now let's talk about this single quotation and double quotation. As you can see, I have write a triple quotation, but if you want to add, suppose in case there is a need that you have to add a single quotation and a double quotation on your text, then you can do this when your text are inside a triple quotation. Now you can add a single quotation here, or you can add multiple quotation here. You can do this and it will work perfectly because we are using single quotation and double quotation inside our triple quotation. So as you can see, it's working perfectly without any error, and I hope you are clear now. So now let's talk about Python slicing string. So a string in Python can be sliced for getting a part of the string, which means this text is a string, we already know. So if you want to show any of this text or letter partially or separately, then you have to actually learn index. If you want to actually slice it, so you have to know about index, which means each of this letter contains a index number, which can help us to print it separately. The index in a string start from 0 to length -1, which means a string index is basically start from 0. Not only Python, most of the language the string and number is start from 0 and to length -1. So what is the length -1? I will explain you it later. In order to slice a string, we will use the following syntax. First of all, you have to assign the variable name. You have to add a, let me show you. Suppose you have to display it like this, print, and then add the variable name here, and after that you have to add a third bracket and you have to add the index number, which text which letter you want to show. So I want to show the W only, so I have to add a W index which is 0, and I want to show only this, so I have to add the index ending number. So when my process is finished, then it will be int before this p, so I have to add this p index which is 1, and it will only show the result, and the result will be only W. So let me explain you one more time. I don't know how much I actually, or how can I explain you, because I am not a native speaker. So basically what it will do, first of all you have to assign the variable and then you have to add a third bracket. So this is the index starting number and this is the index ending number. So when you add the index number which you want to only display, you have to add that index number here and the process will be finished. Suppose if you want to show multiple letter, then you have to, suppose I want to show from this WP space C, Also one more thing, this space also has a index number, so you have to count it, otherwise you will get confused, because inside the text the space also has a string number, so you have to keep it in mind. Suppose I want to show this from WPC, so I have to add the index should be start from this 0, and it will in it should be in before this O, so which index number is 0 1 2 3 4. You have to add 4, so after that, so then it will show this WPC. Okay, as you can see, I have actually added a example, so let me show you. WP Coders Club. So now if I want to show this W, then I have to add a starting index number, and the process should be finished before this P. Then I have to add this P index number, which is 1. If I print it now, then you'll see it will only show the W. So if I want to show this WPC, then I have to add the starting index number, which is 0, and the process should be finished before this O, which is this O index is 4, so I have to add this 4. So as you can see, the index my index is working perfectly. I want to show from W, and I want to show from W to C, which means I want to show all of this, and I want to finish this process before this O, so I have to add this O index number, which is 4. So I hope you are clear now. This is also same. If you want to only show the show P space C, then you have to start from this P. So this P index is 1. So what is actually it's doing? If you want to start from this P, then you have to actually add the add this P index number, which is 1. So if you want to show from this W, then you have to add this W index number, which is 0. And where should you want to end this? I want to end this before this O, so I have to add this O index number, which is 4. So I hope you are clear now. I don't know how much I can explained it to you, and sorry for my bad English. I am extremely sorry. Okay, now let's talk about negative index. As I said, the length minus 1, which means when if you want to, suppose if you want to show from here, then you have to add, then you have to count it as 1 minus 1, which is it's actually starting. We are now reversing this text. We have to, which is a negative, we have to actually add a negative number to get this value from here. We are actually starting from here, and we have to add this index number, which is 1. But now we are going to show data from here to right to left, then we have to add a negative number, so which is start from minus 1. So let me show you now. One more thing, when you will try to display this result from when you will try to display this text, then you have to actually keep in mind that this index starting number should be greater than the index number should be greater than this ending index number. Okay, so if I print it now, then you will see it's working perfectly. It's actually what it's doing, it's checking from here. So as we can see, it's start from -1, which means it will count from here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean not here, actually it will count from here. It will first leave this because we are starting from here, so it will leave this. Actually we are ending from here, here, and our index number is start from here, so it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will start from here, which will actually show clue, only clue, because the -1 will be completely vanished because the index process should be finished on -1. So okay, I hope you actually understand what I am trying to say. So if you don't know or if you have a problem to understand my English, then please let me know. I will actually comment it. Now slicing with skip, we can provide a skip value as a part of our slice below example. Suppose as you can see, we start our index from here, and we are finishing the index on O before this O, and we are trying to skip the first two of this index, so it will only display this W and it will show only, it will actually first of all when we process as basically we are starting from our index number 1, which is P, and after that the process should be finished before this O, and it will check if anything else be inside this P and C, it will be removed or it will be skipped, and it will only show this P and C. So like this, if I add a starting index number and index number should be 4 and the skip index, which means it works like something this: start, stop, step. So first of all it will start from here and it will stop here and it will skip, or you can call it step or skip. It will start from here, it will stop here, and it will escape whatever value you add, it will actually skip it. Now if I print it, then you will see the result should be P and C, because we are actually skipping the second index. But if you want to skip the third index or third process, it will actually skip this third index. Or if you want to add 4, then it will be only 4. The process should be finished on 6. You will see what it's doing. It's actually basically skipping skipping before this D. So as you can see, it will step up. First of all, it will display this index number 1, and after that it will check. It will stop and it will check if anything that this need to be skipped, then it will automatically skip anything before this D, and it will only show this D. So basically skip is a value as a part of our slice, so it will escape. Suppose if so as you can see, I have added 2, so it will escape 2 later and it will print the next one. Whatever step you add here, it will actually step those. Suppose if I add 3, then it will actually skip 3 later and it will print the next one. So this is actually a slicing skip, and advanced slicing skip is actually like this. If you print it something like this, semicolon and 4, if you don't assign a starting index number, then basically Python interpreter will automatically detect the it would be start from is index 0 and it will finish before this O and it will print WPC, as you can see. So like same this, if you start from index 4 and if you didn't assign the ending index number, then it will finish the process after it will finish this process to displaying all of the text that start from index number 4. And if you want to skip, then if you can read this something like this, it will skip. Suppose, as we know that we already know start, stop and skip. If you actually don't assign start and stop and you just add semicolon and add 2, then it will know that this is a starting, this is a ending and this is a skipping part. So it will skip so the number, or it will skip 2 letter and it will show the next one. As you can see, it is actually skipping 2 W, after that it is skipping P and C, after that it's showing O, and it is skipping D and it's showing E, after that it's showing S. Actually what I am trying to say, you understand that, or you already know what I am trying to say. It's actually skipping each of these letter and showing the next one. It's skipping one letter and showing the next one and showing the next one. So this is actually skipping, or this is actually a advanced slicing technique. So I hope you understand, or if you have any question, please just let me know. I will try to give you a written example. Now let's talk about explore a string function. So some of the most used function to perform operations or manipulate strings are length. Return the length of the string. Suppose if you want to show this total text length, then you have to add a length function, or you can call it method, whatever you like. Length. When you type print length and inside this length function you add the variable length, it will display the variable or text length, which is 40. So variable dot endswith, this function tells whether the variable string ends with lab or not. If string is WP chorus lab, it will return true for lab, because the club, as you can see, the club contains the lab LUB word, so it will return true. So print ends dot ends with lab, which means it will check if this text has any word with this lab, it will return true. So it returns false because this is a case sensitive, as we already know. So it's showing true because it contains LUB. Now count means it will actually count the total number of given value occurs of any character, which means if the C letter is available more than 2 or 3, it will show this counting number. Print a dot count, suppose C. As you can see, the C okay, C's total is 0. Count the total number of a given value occurs, variable dot count. Okay, sorry, typo mistake, because you already know it's a case sensitive, so I have added a lowercase letter, but because it's not showing, because this is a capital letter. So let me make it small, WP coders club. Okay, So you need to keep in mind that Python is case sensitive, so make sure you have checked the code perfectly whenever you try to do anything. So variable dot capitalize, this function will capitalize the first character of a given string, which means the first character, which is a W, it will be capitalized, and other letter should be lowercase. Print a dot capitalize as you can see, our W is a lowercase letter, but it's now a uppercase because of this capitalize function. Casefold, this function will lower all the capitalized character to a lower character. This means this casefold function will return if any of this letter is a capital, it will be lower when if you use this function. Print a dot casefold. So now if I print it, as you can see, I have make this P is capital, so it will be lower when I print it. As you can see, it's a lowercase letter. This is actually this casefold work like this. Variable dot find, this function search the find specified value and return the index number where it was found. So this should be like this. A dot find, it will find this R and it will return the position of this letter R, which is 7, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The index number of this R is 7, which is correct. Now if you want to replace anything, then you have to add a replace a function. This means it will replace old text with new text. Print a dot replace old, suppose club, we are going to replace this club with YouTuber. You will see that it will be changed. Okay, the club should be lowercase. Sorry, typo mistake. As you can see, this replace function replacing our club text with YouTuber, and isdigit, this function check if the given character in text are digit. So basically what it will do, if it finds any of this the integer number inside our text, then it will show true. Print a dot isdigit, then it will print true. Okay, this should be like this. Okay, it's showing true because this is, we already know this is a text, but it will check inside this text, is there any integer number available, so then it will print it true. So I hope you understand all of this, and let me know or comment if you have any doubt or question. I will try to explain you one more time, or I will try to solve you in comment box. So now let's talk about escape sequence character. Sequence of characters are after backslash escape sequence character, which means a escape sequence character comprises of more than one characters but represents one character when used within the string. Suppose as you can see, I have a text in one line, but I want to show this text. I want to show this club with a new line, but using this single variable. So I have to add a slash and n, which means this backslash and n, it means this n means new line. It will break this text into two lines. So now if I print it, so let me remove all of this because we don't need it. As you can see, our text is this single line text is now into a two line, because we are actually using a skip sequence, which is this, and it actually break our this text with a new line. And means new line. Now if you want to if you add this t means tab, it will actually create a tab between your text. As you can see, suppose if I add it like this, it will make an space between this text. As you can see, it actually it's a tab, which means if I add it in starting, then it will make a space from here. As you can see, there is a lots of space. It's available on our text, because this t means actually a tab. We already know that if we click a tab on our keyboard, it will make a space. So this is same. And if you add a double single quote here, then it will be show before your w. And if you add a double slash, it will show only one slash, because you added multiple slash, and it will only show. So suppose sometimes we need to show slash before our letter, so you can actually use it like this. It will only, when you add multiple slash, then it will show only one. So this is actually skip sequence, and you will know more about skip sequence in the future, and this is just a basic, and I am trying to explain you. So I hope guys this video will help you, and please if I did any mistake, just let me know. I know my English is very bad, because as I already to mention that I am not a native speaker, but I am trying to improve my English, and hope one day I will do better. So just please support me, and subscribe my channel, and share my video with your friends, and also help me to grow my YouTube channel. As you already know that I am a new YouTuber, and I have only 21 or 20 subscribers, so I need your support very badly. Thank you guys. See you in the next video.